Yeah.
I think so similar to what we talked about before the last game. We've just got to keep building on what we saw on Wednesday night. Obviously there's some things we need to continue to get better at, but that's been our focus, from day one. And saw some really positive things like R.J. Slauson's play off the bench, Malik Cook's play stepping into the starting lineup. I thought we had some success changing defenses and got some good productivity out of our zone, and so there were some really good things from that, and so we've just got to continue to make sure that we get better, and going on the road, against the Kentucky team's really explosive offensively. I think very talented. They played much better at home. Obviously they haven't lost there, and for our team, I think that getting off to a good start, obviously helps. I think that was a little better. It wasn't explosive by any stretch the other night, but it was better. I think that's going to be important. And I think it's going to be important, first to find a way to throw a few in and continue to do the job and, rebounding the basketball.
These last couple games, in 3-4 minutes, you guys were still in it and ultimately couldn't close it out. Is that just a sign of the inexperience on this team?
Yeah, at this point, I don't think it's about inexperience or any of that. Our team is our team, and we've got to continue to get better and understand the things that go into being able to finish those out. And it really comes down to key stops and key plays on the offensive end. We had I think we cut it 44-42. I think it was a 2-point game the other night, and then we have 2 defensive breakdowns and have one offensive possession that's not real productive in terms of the kind of shot that we wanted to get, and next thing you know, it's back to 10. Now we cut it again, but those are the kind of things that we've got to understand and continue to get better at.
Tennessee got a lot of good points on transition, which kind of helped make that 4-point deficit into 6 or 8. Can you control that by just saying slow down the offense, run the set, or sometimes is the quick shot the best option?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that's a little bit of a dilemma for us. We play a little bit better offensively when we're spread, when we flow, when we take the first good one that we think we can get, but it's going to lead to a few more threes. It's going to lead to long rebounds, and that sometimes can lead to easier transition for the other team. That being said, we've got to make sure that we're focused on our conversion defense, and getting back and understand that. And so we had a few lapses the other night that hurt us, but obviously that's something that's got to be a focus for us, and will be tomorrow.
With shooting starting off a little slower, there's some things you might do different tomorrow just to maybe make some of those shots fall earlier, give your team a little more.
Yeah, again, we are who we are at this point in terms of what we can do and how we need to move forward with giving ourselves the best chance offensively. And for us, that's getting out in transition and it's getting to the offensive glass. And so I think those are the 2 things that have to be paramount throughout the game for us. In terms of maybe hoping we get an easier one early. I think the best way to do that is to try to get as close to the rim as possible. For us, we're not sure what that option is right now, and so I think we continue to look at those things. But the big thing is just being an attacking team and trying to get the ball to the rim and transitioning on the offensive glass.
With Bruce, are you trying to push him to get to the rim more? He seems to be settling for a lot of 3-point shots.
Yeah, I think that some of it is he's taking what the defense is giving him, and some of it is the transition thing again. He does a really good job of getting to the paint in transition before the defense is set. But that takes everybody running, takes the wings getting out and flattening the floor out, and it takes him being aggressive in transition. That's not something we did as well as we want to do on Wednesday, and something that we need to do well tomorrow.
Malik's had 67 points over his last 3 games. Did you challenge him to maybe step it up a bit, or is this kind of where it all came together?
Well, I think it's a combination of he's doing what he can do. He's a guy that when he takes good perimeter shots can make them. He's a guy, as he's shown all year, regardless of the position he's played, when he gets it around the rim, he does a good job of getting it up on the rim. Doesn't always finish, but gets it up on the rim, and he makes free throws. And so I think that he's just put in position to do that more now that he's on the perimeter. And some of it, it's a result of our focus the last couple of games on we've got to get out, and we've got to attack, and we've got to spread the floor a little bit more, and we may need to shoot a little bit quicker and some of that as well. But I thought that he played really well for us offensively, and hopefully what that can lead to is some other guys playing better offensively because you've got another threat out there.
How's Bruce's cap?
It's better. I don't know that he's 100%. He's practiced, and I think it'll continue to get a little better every day.
And he's still back in the starting lineup.
Yes.
And is his calf affecting his shooting at all a little bit, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think any time a guy's not 100%, all of that stuff is, a possibility. But, again, I'm not near as concerned about that as I am, him being able to attack and play in transition and bring us that presence. I think the thing that makes him special, I mean, you look at it statistically, the kid's one of the, 4 or 5 best freshman point guards in the country, which is incredibly impressive. And I think that, what makes him good is he brings, even for a freshman, he brings a presence and he brings a confidence to our team. And I think that's even more important. And when that happens, I think the shots fall more for him also.
Darren, you had mentioned that after the Tennessee game that this was a complete game, a good game, a good shot selection and all. How is the team handling, or how do you talk to the team about, you're doing all the right things, but we're not getting the W's?
Well, I think that's part of the growing process, and I think that for us, we've got to understand that you've got to continue to do those things, and the biggest challenge that we faced is not worrying about how it's going, and I think that the last 3 halves of basketball we've done that, and you just got to continue to do that and keep doing it until eventually one of those does go your way, and some of those shots go in, and you find a way to get it on top. But I think that we got to keep pushing and we got to keep positive with them, and we just got to keep playing, because if we don't play that way, then it's hard to give ourselves a chance. And we've done that for the last 3 halves, and we just got to build on it tomorrow in a game that's it's going to be a ton of fun. It's a great place to play college basketball, and the crowd's going to be into it. And I think our guys feel good about where they are right now. We just got to go out and put together another 40 minutes.
Going to see a bit of the family this weekend?
Briefly, but not much.